Ladies and gentlemen, we're right here, hot as a motherfucker. I got the motherfucking napkins right here to wipe my fucking face off because we got the motherfucking AC on. It's barely kicking in, I'm saying. So, got to get that first layer of fucking sweat, whatever we got going. But other than that, what's up, everybody? We're right here. Thank you guys for tuning in with us, watching. We see we're at 1,000 subscribers now, which is fucking crazy. And I don't know if you guys seen too that we're at fucking 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you to everybody who tells your friends and subscribes and tunes in. Thank you to everybody who makes it go. Suavecito Pomade, make this shit happen. Cervezacito for, you know what I'm saying, giving us stuff and supporting us and making the show go. And thank you to everybody, Modesto, everyone that makes the wheel turn. Thank you guys. We're right here again.
Holding It Down podcast with 3 Plates Tommy.
What's up, everybody? And once again, episode 5, Holding It Down podcast with 3 Plates Tommy. I'm right here screaming your motherfucking ear off, making sure you motherfuckers are awake, because I know you guys are at work or some shit's cracking off when you guys are listening to this. So I hope something's getting rolled up or there's a motherfucking drink or some shit's going on. If you're at work, hopefully you're going to take a break soon. But have a good time. We're right here having a good show. We're bringing you today's guest is Phil Sandoval, the guitarist from Armored Saint, old school rockero band, 1982.
How's it going? Phil. How's it going? I'm here with Tommy. Thank you so much, Tommy, for having this podcast with me. And
thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man, thanks. Yeah,
we're fucking right here. We've been fucking. This is episode 5. We're barely getting the ball rolling, but we have, we're bringing fucking special guests like Phil, dog, OG legend, fucking 1982, fucking. That's when you guys. That's when it all started. All the fucking loqueras started.
Oh yeah. Thanks to Mo, he brought this album. This is our first album, March of the Saint.
Oh yeah.
On Chrysalis Records. And that was us right there.
Look at Phil. And then fucking Phil with he signed it. OG Mo got the hookup with motherfucking the Armor Saint. Who can say that, dog, huh? That's player.
Man, thank you so much.
Okay, blessing the show. We're going to have that shit up. When we have our studio, we're going to have stuff up. It's going to be, we're going to frame it, have it right there, let people know what's going down. But yeah, thank you for coming down here, taking some time out and being with us on the show and letting people know what's up with the band and back. Well, we want to know is back in the day, like what was that shit like back in the day? Like in the 80s, that shit was when it was fucking cracking, huh?
Dude, it so was cracking, man. You could walk down the Sunset Strip and go see Motley Crue, Metallica, Armored Saint, Dawkins, Little Ford, and all these bands at the same time, maybe even the same weekend.
And you guys were just fucking. You would just play like local shows or fucking everywhere, like
just local shows.
Yeah.
Just
local shows. First, you guys. When did you guys start fucking? Because you said you fucking went to Japan.
Yeah. Well, that was much later, but we toured with Metallica and WASP, which we're actually going to be doing a tour with them in this coming October. Yeah, it's going to be. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, it was crazy. I mean, the mosh pit was happening. Then it was starting to come together, and Metallica was just riding the lightning. That's the tour we were on. And
and you guys were on tour with them?
Yeah. It was, it
shit,
was killer, man. And,
what year is that?
1984, 85.
My cousin Gonzo, he's the one that put me up on a game about rockero shit, and ever since we were little, I would always know, like. I would always see him and his homies, and they were all like rocker fools, and old pictures and stuff of like all the fools had long hair, and that shit was always around.
Right.
And I just remember them always being rocked out. And my cousin passed away, but I'm like, man, I wish he would have been here to show him like, hey, we fucking got Phil right here, because I'm sure he fucked with Armored Saint, because I asked my other buddies that were his friends, or like, hey, did you guys fucking? He's like, fool, fucking Armored Saint is fucking. If you fucking are like hardcore rocker, you fucking know about Armored Saint. You know, like that's what he said. Like if you know what's up and motherfuckers that do like you guys are the real shit.
Oh, well,
like
thank you so
that,
much, man.
And that's why the homie that told me, he's like, dude, those guys, they're fucking. That's a solid fucking band. I was like, hell yeah. And then I started fucking with it when I first met you and everything. Started listening to it and blown away. Sick ass fucking music, you know.
Thank you.
I show all my homies. My homie David, he shows all his homies because they do skate videos.
Whoa.
And the skate videos always use fucking like rocker ass shit, and they're like, all this music is fucking some shit you could put on a skate video. Sick ass shit, dude. Fools doing some crazy shit. Yeah, we'll fucking link up and fucking get some original fucking
killer,
shit right
man.
here.
Yeah,
Hey,
I could just
that'd be fucking
write
bad,
a killer
huh?
riff, just like
Skate
short
videos
little
with original
music,
fucking shit. Rockero Phil right there, killing the motherfucking shit.
Here,
But yeah.
did you say Gonzo was that was
Yeah,
your
that's
uncle?
my cousin's
Your
name.
cousins?
Yeah, he was like
That's my
he
brother's
used to
name.
play like hell
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he used to play guitar and shit and all the band. He used to like Ozzy a lot.
Shit, yeah.
But he had, like that's where I knew about like rockeros and where all those fools were fucking long hair and fucking got chicks. I always knew that it was all about chicks. Like rocker fools, they always got chicks, you know?
Not anymore.
And that fool would show me videos of like fucking Guns N' Roses, and I was a little ass kid, and I always remember fucking there was a video of like Guns N' Roses, and they had a limousine with a pool in the back. And there was girls, and they were just like topless, and I was like, "What the fuck?" A little ass kid, I'm all looking at it like it's cool to fucking watch this. What the fuck? I remember that shit, and that shit was old rocker
wild.
shit, and I was like, man, rockero fools always had fucking the fucking best fucking chicks, you know, like that's what I always remember. Like they always had like bikini ass chicks and fucking in their videos, and they always had girlfriends that were like model ass hyenas, and like fool rockeros did that shit. Like, well, how was that, Phil? You guys fucking back in the day used to slay it with a fucking.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you guys,
it was
it
the
was
80s.
it was crazy like that, where the chicks were like they would go to the shows, and you guys they were going to the back and do crazy shit. Any fucking crazy stories?
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, that did.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, you ever think you fucking had a kid somewhere that you don't ever know about right now?
Hopefully
Out there?
not.
There's a fucking fool, a
already
little
have
Phil
two.
rolling around
Yeah, that's
somewhere out there, a little rockero.
Maybe, I don't know. There was this girl in Boston.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, I don't know.
No, it was funny. I got to say this one story. She didn't tell me she was a virgin, but then all her friends came knocking like in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, and she goes, don't you know that she's a virgin? And so like, oh, she never told me
Oh
that.
fuck! You were like Bob on La Bamba.
Yeah.
You're
You know what I
like,
mean?
why didn't you tell me? Like, he didn't ask. Remember fucking Rosie?
Yeah, it's like, what
She
the?
didn't give a fuck, huh? Remember on La Bamba, Rosie, when
Yeah.
when Bob got her, and then she's like, why didn't you tell me it was your first time?
Yeah.
So you didn't ask. Fucking Rosie, huh? Oh,
You know what I mean?
But yeah,
it
dude,
was wild.
Well, hey, but any fucking crazy maniac stories from fucking when you guys were on stage and you told me a fucking story, remember?
Yeah, I told you. Well, there was this one. I don't know.
Oh.
This one chick got on the bus for some reason, and she had a Heineken bottle. Okay, all right. And for some reason, all of us were around her, and she goes, "You want to check this out?" And then she took her pants down and injected this
And she
fucking
just,
Heineken bottle in her butt.
you're like, oh fuck.
I'm
Everyone's
like,
like,
oh my god! And it wasn't something that had turned me on at all. It was like,
It was more like, what the
What?
fuck?
It was more like a
bitch
what
on
the
motherfucking
fuck?
bus.
yeah, get this chick out of the
Yeah,
bus.
get this bitch out of here right now. This bitch is crazy.
What if the bottle breaks?
No, but what was she
inside her?
fucking thinking? Fucking doing some shit like that. Like, oh, they're going to like this. And we're like, hell no, get this bitch out of here.
I think the driver ended up getting a blowjob.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to have to take you. But it's
When
gonna
all
cost
else,
you.
give it to the bus driver. They'll appreciate that.
Yeah, we don't like it, but that motherfucker does. He's like, what? Somebody say my name, huh?
Yeah, that was
And that
crazy.
shit, and you guys used to tour like on a bus?
Yeah, we're getting a bus on this October when we start the tour with WASP, which happens to be October 28th, Las Vegas. 29th, Anaheim. That's at the Grove.
Okay.
And then we go to August 30th at Tempe, and then Albuquerque, and then in Texas, everything's big in Texas. Yeah. We playing with Michael Schenker. Texas. We're playing Houston, Corpus Christi, San Antonio, Dallas.
When are you guys going to be in Dallas?
Dallas, November 5th.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then the tour ends in Los Angeles, December 11th.
We're going to be at fucking Los Angeles, December 11th.
The Wiltern.
At the Wiltern with fucking Phil Sandoval of Armor Saint and fucking me, Mo, and the motherfucking gang holding it down out there with Phil fucking... You already know it's going to be fucking a movie out there.
Man,
but yeah,
thanks,
Phil, that's fucking tight. You guys are going to be on fucking tour and doing all that shit. How is that shit when you guys on tour? Do you, like back in the day, would you guys fucking fight or any shit like that? Where it's like where some of the band members like fuck that fool right now. Where it was on with that fool because you guys are on the same bus, for a long ass time. You would think like it's going to be on with one of these fools, fools that get all drunk. Especially when you're on tour and you at night or whatever, you're getting all drunk and everything, and especially when we chill, there's always one homie that you're like, "Hey, dog," gets out of hand, and I'm sure it happens when you're on the bus in the fucking middle of nowhere on the way to the next city. Yeah. Did you guys ever have something like that where it's like they're like this motherfucker got too faded and started doing some crazy shit, or they called the cops on you guys and you guys couldn't make the next show, anything like that?
All kinds of weird shit happened. One time we got stuck with Metallica in New York.
Yeah.
And the snow, it was so deep, you couldn't even go.
Crazy
anywhere.
Snow out there?
So we were there for maybe a week.
Yeah? Oh,
stuck in a fucking hotel room. And people were destroying stuff, just regular, rock and roll story kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
After a while, you just got fucking tired of it, huh?
Yeah.
Want to get out of here.
It's like The Shining, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, you start going crazy. And then, fools are doing drugs and
of course.
Getting on locote. So if you can't leave, you couldn't score probably. So they were like, hey, that shit wasn't even clean, man. Remember? Everyone wants to get fucked up. They want to get their fix.
Yeah.
But also
shit
that,
happens.
too.
Shit
if you didn't stock up, or if you did other shit, because if you smoke bud, you're like fuck it.
We try to be professional,
even with bud. You'll be like fuck. I fucking when you're down to nothing, you already smoked all the roaches, all the resin, all the fucking. You already looked outside like fuck. Right here by where you smoke, you fucking pick a pile from all the shit that you dropped. You're like dog, I don't have nothing.
Start cleaning the pipe.
Yeah, you're like fucking here we go.
The resin, right? The
fucking
resin
dropping, or you just start hitting the resin, fucking burning your finger. Fuck. Shh. Dog, you'll start hitting it through the carb. You ever do that one? When you hit it through the carb, you already know that one, dog. You're like, fuck it, dog. There ain't no weed. This motherfucker ain't entering. Fuck it. I'm gonna be high because you have to go to the fucking movies or you're gonna go somewhere. You're like, fuck, dog. I always do that shit.
Yeah.
Because I always smoke before I go anywhere. Do you smoke?
Yeah.
Back in the day, did you guys used to smoke on tour and all that shit, or was weed not the shit back then?
The weed was not the shit back then.
No.
I mean, I don't drink anymore, but I did all my drinking in the 80s. So you can imagine.
That's what it was.
And it got me into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but I'm saying, back in the 80s, what the fuck did you guys used to fuck with? What was the thing? Smoking weed, fucking doing speed or coke or heroin. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What was the choice? This is what we fucked with.
It was the 80s, so there was drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like weed.
Acid and all that?
Yeah,
Any
we did
crazy
acid before.
story?
Yeah, we did acid before. When in high school, we all, a bunch of friends, got together and we did acid. And one of them had a really bad trip. I mean, he went running into the pool, but he didn't realize that there was the window. I mean, those doors that see-through doors. I mean, there's glass. So he ran running and on acid. He went right through the fucking glass door,
No
and
way.
he fucking it
broke?
splattered everywhere, you know.
And what happened to him? He got cut?
He got cut and stuff, you know. And then we were all fucking high. I mean, I was looking at this floor and I saw diamonds.
You're like, oh, shit.
I saw diamonds. I'm going, that looks killer. You know, I'm walking on diamonds, man. You know, it was great. I think
Everyone's all fucked up. The homies cut the fuck up on the ground now. They're like, oh shit, trip out.
yeah. So
Imagine?
it was crazy. Yeah.
When crazy shit happens like that, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck. Or you ever had a crazy mushroom trip?
Yeah. Mushrooms made me laugh a lot. And
Yeah?
You want to hug the trees and stuff.
And you
like
get
that.
all fucking like a laughing attack on, like anxious,
Yeah,
more
yeah,
laugh.
yeah. It's actually pretty good.
We went fucking camping one time, and it was like 8 of us. Gee, were you there? No. I always think you went, dog. Well, we all went, and we had a fucking ice chest full of beers to the top. Nothing else. Just ice chest full of beers, and my friend had a big old bag of mushrooms. And we're like, fuck it, we're gonna go camping. And we had what? We had burgers and bread and cheese and shit. Like, I don't even know why we went camping. Whose fucking thing was? So we all had tents. We went, we set them up, and we barbecued, and we all took mushrooms, and everyone kind of went like their separate ways, like, and everyone's like, what the fuck? I was lost in. There was a tree right there. Yeah. And I was just tripping out on each and every leaf, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Each
Right.
leaf has a fucking meaning of why it's supposed to be here and all this shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just tripping on this tree. And then my friend was running around being crazy. And then I would hear my homie in the background. It sounded like a goat laughing. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then we started laughing. And then my friend came and he's like, hey, they're like, go get Ito. I'm like, why? They're like, he's tripping, dog. I'm like, what? What do you mean? They're like, he's just fucking tripping, boo. He won't stop laughing. And
my God, yeah.
fucking, I was like, all right, well, what the fuck am I going to do? I went over there and I'm standing right by him. And I'm like, hey. And then he's just all laughing, her. And then I just start laughing. We were both fucking right there, all laughing like idiots.
Yeah, yeah.
And that should have get you.
No,
and that
yeah.
was a good trip.
It actually was it a pleasant experience?
It was a good, like, where we did a lot, but it was like still funny and cool. And we're like, laughing about it after. Like, I remember there was like a little creek and like a little bit of water. It was like they would come up to right here, and there was a big old rock. And I had a lantern in my hand, and I was all walking, and I thought to me it looked like it was like a ship coming in from far away. But you know how your mind is. I was all fucked up, telling my friend like, hey, who the fuck is that? Is that a ship, dog? And he's like, no, boo, what the fuck? We were fucked up. Yeah. But shrooms are crazy. But I don't like doing them because it makes me think a lot when I like if you do a little bit, cool, but if you do like a certain amount, you just start thinking about everything. Like you're with this fool and you're like, thinking about everything. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
And
your mind goes,
and you can't stop it. Like,
yeah.
Once I'll take shrooms, I'll be like, fuck, I shouldn't have ate shrooms. And then I'll get a feeling where I'm like, here we go. It's fucking starting.
It's starting, yeah.
And then it just keeps going, dog.
Yeah, it keeps going for a long time. I remember I took shrooms one time in up north, and I had to use the restroom, right? And right when I was in the can, it fucking started hitting me hard. You know what I mean? And I'm like going, fuck. The toilet paper, where is it?
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
It's all fucking
It's
looking
like
all
all
weird.
of a sudden, you know, but my drug days like that are over, you know what I mean? I mean, you're young and stuff. I'm 61.
Yeah.
You know, I've already kind of like, you know.
Only reason.
I'm more into health now.
Yeah, you're like, I'm trying to chill.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you know.
saying? Like, we had those crazy days.
We did have those crazy days, though. We did.
No, well, I never did acid, and I always was afraid of acid still to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was this guy, my cousins and everyone, they would chill at this bakery. Like one of the homies, their family owned it, so they would all kick it right there. And there was this one bum guy, and they called him Crazy Eddie. And he would be right there, and he'd always be like, these guys are my brothers. And, you know, he was cool right there. They would give him bread and money, whatever, just he was cool. He was right there. And I was like, hey, whatever happened to him? And they're like, well, he used to be normal. He was like a normal guy. He used to work right here. One of the guys said that, and he was probably like 10 years before that. He's like, he was younger. And he's like, he used to work right here, and I don't know, he fucking kicked it, and he did acid. I don't know if he did too much acid I just heard he did acid. and he fucking stayed like that.
Yeah.
And
Sid
I was
Barrett
like,
from
fuck,
Pink
and they're
Floyd.
like, he was a normal dude, you know, and it just fucking, it fucked him up. And I always was afraid of that shit. I was like, I do not want to be that one fucking story, like, oh, fucking, yeah, dog, I guess he fucking did that, you know? And I was like, I was always afraid of acid.
Yeah, you will.
And
fuck
that's
up
why
your
I'm like,
mind.
no, I think if I did acid, I'll think too much of that, and it'll fucking make me go crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not going to do acid, dog.
No, you can mess yourself up, especially in the 60s. I
Yeah.
mean, look at Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd.
What happened?
He took so much acid, he lost his mind.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he's the genius behind Pink Floyd.
Yeah, well,
David Gilmour came in after him.
Pink Floyd, they're the ones that they played one of their concerts is like in Greece or some shit like that at the fucking
Pompeo.
yeah, Pompeii. That's them. Well, those motherfuckers, they like didn't even know how to play instruments, huh? No, I'm saying
No,
not.
no, that's not
by
right.
then, yeah. But when they first started, like
it
they
the
just
60s?
kind of started fucking playing like
Right.
just they just were experimenting
Back in
with,
the
with
60s,
instruments. They didn't
yeah.
even really know how to play guitars and all that shit.
Well, Dark Side of the Moon happens to be one of the greatest albums of all time, and they actually have that still on the charts. And
That's
that was
just crazy how
yeah,
all that, and it was like by fucking people. Like there was a fool making that little fucking noise. He had the little bells right there, and then whatever else you heard, it was a fool doing it. It wasn't like oh fucking add fucking this right there, add
with the
fucking,
keyboard.
add a fucking wah 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 right here. It was a fool hitting the wah 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 wahs right there.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Glook, glook, glook,
Yeah,
glook.
yeah.
It was a fucking dude holding the clock up like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, put that shit up to the mic.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So drugs do mess you up, kids.
Yeah, they fuck you up sometimes. Hey, so what happened to that guy? That's it?
He's
He
gone.
died or what?
He died, but they tried to help him, and people didn't even recognize who he was and stuff. But he was like the genius behind Pink Floyd. That guy Sid Barrett. Yeah.
And you fuck around with like a lot of old school rockero history and shit.
Yeah, I love documentaries.
Like homeboy from the Doors,
oh yeah, Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison. What's up with that fool?
Poetry.
How did he kill himself or he died like he was in a bathtub or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. For Val Kilmer. Hey, Val Kilmer was bad, huh?
Yeah, he was great. He was great in that movie. Man.
You think that's motherfucking him, huh? When
Yeah.
you see the real guy, you're like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this for Val
You
Kilmer?
know, the
at?
day destroys the night.
Yeah, he was bad. And
Night
he
divides
really
the
sang?
day. Huh?
That was him singing.
Yeah.
That's fucking bad,
Yeah,
huh?
that is bad. Val
Actors
Kilmer.
get down, dog. Like, have you noticed that
Yeah.
fucking actors, like, you'll be like, damn, this motherfucker really have to sing like that.
Yeah.
And they'll sing that shit. And you'll be like,
Fuck
damn,
yeah, man.
that's a trip. But what did fucking Jim Morrison die from?
Well, I don't know, but I just saw a documentary about him, and he was a great poet, and
He was kind of a weirdo, though, no?
he was just.
Didn't he
just-
go to jail in Santa Barbara because he fucking took
No,
his
what
pants down
what
or
messed
some
him
shit?
up was he went to jail in Florida, you know, and it kind of broke his spirit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
after that, he wasn't the same.
Yeah?
Again, you know, because he
That
was
fool used
getting
to do a
wild.
grip of drugs?
Huh?
He did a grip of drugs, too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know.
Did you ever fuck with Janis Joplin?
Yeah.
Or nah?
No. Well, she's bluesy, which is great, but that
That's
was
like Woodstocky shit, huh?
yeah. That was
Old
that was
fucking
more something.
Creedence, Clearwater, fucking. You fuck with Creedence?
Yeah, Creedence was great. Yeah, my
There's
parents
all
used
those
to have
bands
them.
back in the day, and like you guys, like that's the first shit.
Yeah.
You know, like you guys, like you, when you listen to those types of bands and all that, like that's the first like types of those bands. It wasn't
Yeah.
a grip of fucking bands, you know. It was like that was the beginning of those types of bands.
Yeah, the rock and stuff,
Yeah,
and the heavy
so
rock and
all
Black
that shit-
Sabbath and stuff. That's from the 70s.
Yes. So
Yeah.
and they like Richie Valens and I trip out on Richie Valens being that fool was what 16, 17 years old when he died.
Yeah.
And he
was in the
and
50s.
we fuck with Richie Valens right now. And he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking
From
genius. He
Pacoima,
had
right?
all these songs from fucking Pacoima. He had all these songs. And it's like this fool was only 17 when he died and
Yeah.
he's still here. People know his music
Yeah.
and he's a legend.
He's a legend, totally.
And imagine Imagine if he would have
lived.
You think he would have been top shit if he would have kept going to like Elvis?
Totally. Yeah. He would have been
that's
great
crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking.
How did he die again? In an airplane?
In an airplane.
Oh my God! All these.
Yeah. Well, he died with him, the Big Bopper, and
Billy
and Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly.
They all died in the same car crash, in the same plane crash.
Yeah.
And all that. You know how in a movie they do a coin toss that was real. Like the guy, he's like, we really did a coin toss, and the only reason that they wanted to take an airplane was because they wanted to do their laundry.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so they wanted to get there early because if they took the bus would get there like it would take like 3 hours longer. So they're like, just take the fucking airplane, dog, and you guys could do the laundry. You'll do all our laundry because they were on tour, so they didn't have laundry, and they were like, fuck, and so they were like, let's go, and Richie was like, fuck it, let me take the plane. The guy's like, nah, let's do a coin toss. They did a coin toss. He won. Fuck it, let's go. But they were just going to do their laundry because they wanted to get there 3 hours earlier so they could do everyone's laundry because they've been on tour and they wanted fresh clothes. They're like, we've been fucking wearing this stinky ass clothes and we want to be fresh, and they wanted to shower up. And they ended up fucking dying, dog.
And dude,
fucking,
back then,
like,
touring
the
was
airplane
hard.
just went up. The airplane went up, and then it just went down. And it was because the fucking pilot didn't know what he was really doing, and he didn't know how to fly at night in that weather.
Oh shit!
He was like not a student, like he didn't have any experience with that, and he'd never flown with a pilot that showed him how to do something like that. He just kind of was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it for extra money." Everyone wanted to get something done. In that fucking time when those fools died. Like, those guys wanted to do their laundry. This motherfucker wanted to make a few extra bucks. Said, fuck it, let's go. I'll take you guys.
And
they all fucking died, dog,
Yeah, that's some bad
timing. And it's
timing.
fucking crazy shit. Like, how shit happens, you know?
I
Like,
know.
fuck, for some fucking reason.
Fuck. Dude, it's on tour and even on a bus, it's still hard to get your laundry done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you too. How is that?
That's a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got like dirty socks. You could only you know what I mean? So I could only imagine back in the day, they didn't have buses like we do. I could go into my bunk and just relax, put on a movie in my little screen, and I'm like watching.
No, they were fucking school bus.
They're in the fucking
bus up. Let's roll.
They're in the school bus, and they go, "Come on!" And
the
you
guitars
smell.
in the front seat.
It's tough. And there was a lot of prejudice. Discrimination,
day,
racism.
Well,
Hell yeah.
Well, fuck yeah. We went to fucking Memphis, and it's fucking racist.
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking people knew that we were fucking there and they didn't like us. We were on a freeway driving and then we seen the car next to us and they looked and they're like, shh. And we're like, what the fuck? And then we fucking went to a spot to go because we're looking for food and we're like, what the fuck's right by our hotel? We're like, oh, there's a pizza spot. We're like, oh, let's go eat pizza. Mm-hmm. We went to the fucking parking lot and when we parked in the parking lot, we're chilling, smoking a cigarette, and we looked inside, and the place was open. And they seen us, and then they were like, oh, they started putting the chairs on top of the tables. Like, you know when they're going to close? It was fucking 3 PM, dog. And we're like, there's people there and everything. And we walked up, like, to get in there, and they're like, oh, we're closing, And we're like, what the fuck? And there was people right there, like, people ordering. People had just gotten there. Like right after us, some car pulled in, got in, they went in. But when we were walking up, they're like closing the doors and we're like, what the hell? We have to eat at the fucking gas station. Mm. And at the gas stations, they have like a sandwich. You could get Philly cheesesteaks and all that. So we ate there. But we're like, what the fuck? People did not like us. And then we asked one of the dudes, we're like, hey, we seen a carniceria. And we're like, what? What's up with this fucking place? Let's go fucking see what's up and ask them. So we fucking went to the carniceria and it was all like fucking dim. The fucking lights were off. We're like, what the fuck? So we went in and we're like, hey, what's going on? The guys are, oh, ¿cómo están?
Sounds like the Twilight Zone or something.
Yeah, it was a trip. We're like, what the fuck's going on? And we're like, hey, but hey, what's going on? ¿Qué está pasando? I said, hey, ¿por qué no quieren? No, los miran así raros a todos. I said, all the fucking people look at us like weird. They all notice we're there and they give us dirty looks. They don't want us at the restaurant. It was raining. We went to go eat barbecue and the ladies are you sure y'all don't want to go outside? And we're like, no, what the fuck? It's raining outside. Like, what the fuck? And then we were eating, and there's a security guard right there by, like, at our table. And we're eating, and we're like, what the hell? Is this food here just for us, dog? Mommy's like, yes. I was like, what?
Shit.
But we were tripping. And then we asked the man, we're like, hey, why are they all tripping? And he's like, there's no Mexicans here. I'm like, yeah. He's all, so they don't like you guys. I'm like, why? He's all, because the cartels. He's all, the cartels,
shit.
they come here and they'll be at a restaurant chilling, and if people trip out like, hey, what the fuck, anything, they were like, all right. They shoot everyone in the fucking place and they leave. And he's also, those fools are like, fuck that. These guys are not coming in here because they're, and we have tattoos and we're fucking, you know, smoking cigarettes out there, not giving a fuck, telling stories in the fucking parking lot. We don't give a fuck. So they were like, oh, these guys, they're, you know, trouble. And dog, it was fucking crazy that we're like, that's why these motherfuckers, like, we were on a freeway driving and we're just chilling driving, and then some car next to us got next to us, and he's like, and he fucking took off. And we're like, what? We went to a fucking, we were going to go watch Greyhound
Where was
races.
this at?
Memphis.
No, Memphis, Tennessee.
In Memphis, Tennessee. Fucking not even playing. Like,
oh, my God.
For real. It was fucking crazy. What? And we fucking, we went to go watch Greyhound races.
Oh.
And we're like, oh, let's go fucking watch the Greyhound races. That seems cool, you know? Fuck. We're out here. Let's go do that shit. We went, and we were fucking waiting in line. Like, you're waiting in line to go in. And then we worked, and the guy stopped us, and he's like, what's going on? We're like, oh, we're here for the Greyhound races. And he's all, not here, you ain't. And we're like, what? We're like, what? He's like, not right here.
Not right here, you're not.
And my homie's like, man, fuck this place, dog. And we just left, dog. And it was like, what? He's like, not here, you ain't. And we're like, no. My homie's like, no, this is a Greyhound spot, right? We're like, we're here to watch the races. And he's like, nope, not here. And we're like, what? And he's like, you guys can do a U-turn here and just go out that way. We're like, fuck it, let's go. I was like, let's go. My homie's like, man, fuck this fucking place. Fuck your fucking dogs. And we left. But it was like, that's some racist shit, dog. Yeah. And we tripped out, and we're like, hey, it's because of motherfucking cartels. Those fools are crazy. They do crazy shit.
Fuck, man.
And I hope those motherfuckers ain't listening to this motherfucker
Couple of bad apples.
The motherfucker be like, oh, yeah.
Ruined it for everyone.
Hey, but I'm telling you, there's crazy ass fucking
shit out there.
Yeah, just shit that, you know.
But I was talking more of the racism that back then, like Richie Valens and everybody.
Yeah, Richie Valens was one of the first Mexicans to do some shit. They probably didn't like his ass. They're like, man, get this motherfucker out of here. Who brought this motherfucker on tour thinking some shit? You know?
Well, here's to Richie Valens.
Here is a motherfucking drink to Richie Valens up in this bitch. And thanks you again, Phil, for coming in here and telling us stories about.
We're just fucking rocking and rolling.
We're right here.
How's everybody doing out there?
What's motherfucking lit? What's in the air?
Yeah.
No, but this picture right here, what the fuck what was going on right here?
This was taken by Neil Slozauer, who is a great photographer for Van Halen, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath back in the 70s and stuff. And we were out in the desert over here, and then we see a couple of guys with shotguns coming towards us.
No way.
Yeah.
When you guys were shooting this?
Yes, when we shot this, because we didn't have a permit.
Where was it?
It was like up north somewhere.
Oh, you guys were on land.
Yeah.
And those were like
the desert.
This is my fucking private property, motherfuckers.
Private property.
Not around here.
And then they come with their shotguns, and then the Neil's like, never mind them. Keep moving. Keep shooting. I'm gonna keep shooting.
Yeah, you're like, they're gonna start shooting.
Yeah, they're gonna start shooting. I should be shooting, and they're gonna start shooting at us.
So that was right there. One of the shots was when you guys were like, "Hey, something's happening right here."
That was the look we had when there were some shotguns coming towards us.
That's
nice. But seriously, yeah. So that did happen, and then Neil just talked to them and said, "I'm sorry. Won't do it again." And can we finish can we finish? And then they let us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then did you guys used to wear fucking like that shit on stage
Yeah,
while
we
rocking
did.
out?
Yeah, we did.
Straight fucking like Armor.
Yeah, just Armored Saint. We went with the whole.
That's fucking
thing.
bad.
Mad Max was a movie.
I seen one thing. You guys even had like knights walking, no?
Yeah. It was Perkins.
Yeah, I
Palace.
seen that shit. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, what the hell? They had everything right there.
Yeah, so we went with the whole Armored Saint thing, you
Yeah.
know, and stuff. And
That's a strong ass name, like sick.
my brother came up with it.
Yeah?
Yeah, we
You
went
guys
to go see a movie called Excalibur.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know we were all like,
Is
a
that the
little high.
one with the
King
with
Arthur?
he was like that big old buff fool. It wasn't the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, was it?
No, this is King Arthur. This is back in the 70s.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
80s, early 80s and stuff, and then we came out and then we were looking for a name for the band, and my brother goes, "How about Armored Saint?" And then we went, "Oh no, that sucks."
Yeah,
You know-
fuck no.
you know how you are
This
with
motherfucker's out
your
of his
kid.
mind.
But then, like 2 weeks later, we couldn't fucking come up with anything better.
Yeah.
You know? And then he goes, "How about Armored Saint again?"
What was some of the ones that were what it was gonna be?
Liquid Fix.
Sick.
Something, I don't know what else, but we were Royal Decree at one time.
Royalty Cree?
Yeah, Royal Decree. But that was in high school. That's another story. But so we couldn't come up with anything better,
Yeah.
you know. And then he says Armored Saint again, and then we go, "Hey, that doesn't sound that bad."
Armor Saint bad.
Yeah, it is.
And it stayed, and that was the one. And motherfucker,
And it stayed. Then that was it.
and
That
it
was
killed it.
Yeah.
Fucking in the 80s.
Yeah, and now we're here, 2022, going on tour with WASP. Go buy some T-shirts, help us, the CDs or the albums.
Get some fucking records.
Get
Get
some
some fucking
records.
CDs, a fucking hoodie. It's gonna be
Get
cold.
a hoodie, yeah.
Get fucking T-shirts. Everything they got. Get that shit. We're gonna put all the links too on the
links,
bottom
yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
The videos. That way people could just hit it and go straight and get a motherfucking sweater.
Right.
And support the tour and get that shit
Exactly.
going.
That's
Fucking
great.
popping off. But what was back in the day when you guys were on tour? How was it like when you guys went to other countries, different
Oh.
from here? Was it like more love? Was it like more like people were more like crazy? Because you would think like they're coming all the way out here to watch us. We gotta fucking go crazy for them, or was it? How was the love when you guys would go to a fucking say Europe? You went to fucking Germany.
It was very loyal. They
Yeah?
were very loyal. Germany has great festivals, and so does over there in England. I mean, it's beautiful to see the world, you know.
Who was more the fucking hardcore rockero motherfuckers when you guys were like those fools are hard fucking core?
Germany was
Yeah?
great. Germany. Everywhere in the world, really. But Germany, for some reason, really liked Armored Saint. And
Yeah.
when we toured with the Scorpions, they had that Winds of Change was a hit where he whistles. Whatever.
With fucking the Scorpion Vato?
The Scorpion Vato, yeah. So
That's the fool with the blonde hair like that all back?
Yeah, and he dances on stage. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
But check this out. No, but
Phil.
check this out. So in Germany, they were there on time. You know, if the show started at 8, there was no like fool walking in. Hey man, I'm gonna be there a little later. No, they're there on time.
Motherfucker's ready.
Fucking
I want to
ready,
hear
man.
the fucking guitar at 8:01.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, we've been here 30 minutes.
Right there, man. This guy needs a job. He's there on time.
Yeah.
you know what I
You're
mean.
like, hey, call this guy. These motherfuckers were there at the
So
concert early.
that was one of the greatest stages I remember ever playing, because on the sound check, they go, okay, check your guitar, and I went, "Tsk," and I could feel the air
He's
coming
like,
from the. It's like, holy crap!
fucking
I'm gonna play on the
speakers all the
stage.
way up to fucking the sky.
Yeah, dude. And then it was like, when they did their song, everybody was whistling the melody.
Yeah.
And I could feel the air. I was just backstage, and everybody,
That's
and all the
nuts, huh?
lights and shit. Their little,
The lighters.
the lighters, and they're all whistling that melody.
That's crazy, huh?
That was like, whoosh, and I could feel the wind, and That was a special
That
moment.
experience right there. Huh?
That was an experience. You're
like, okay.
You're like, I'm in Germany, opening up for the Scorpions, and this song is amazing, and everybody is whistling at the same time.
That's fucking bad.
Fuck, dude, that was the
to
moment.
get everyone, to to do that shit. It's like the motherfuckers ain't playing.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest tours we ever did. Yeah, opening up for
And you ever been to like Spain?
Yeah, Barcelona. We played with Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, we were on the same stage as Iron Maiden.
What?
Yeah. You know?
And fucking how is it with them? Because
Barcelona or
how is it with other bands? Like, you know how because you guys become fans of these guys.
Yeah.
You know, and to be on tour with them.
Yeah.
Was it like fuck yeah when you met them, or was it like, man, fuck dog, I thought he was gonna be a fucking cool guy and they were fucking dicks? Is it like that? Because I met some people where I thought they were gonna be fucking cool as fuck, and then I met them, I'm like, man, that guy's kind of a dick, you know? But you're like, fuck, I wish I never met him.
I love how honest you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there are people that are kind of like that. You know what I mean?
You're like, yeah, there's some.
You know, there are some. I mean, I don't want to put anybody's, but I would say like maybe like Dio was great to us and stuff like that. But their managers, and they kind of like didn't treat us as well. But it wasn't even a deal. It was their management.
They were
the
like,
management.
come on,
you
guys can't fucking do this.
You guys can't see them. You know, back off. You know, well, wait a minute. We just played. You can't. You know that kind of thing.
that shit.
That kind of shit. You know that kind of shit.
The walkie-talkie motherfuckers.
But Dio was beautiful. You know, he was a beautiful rest in peace and stuff like that. But now that you're being honest and candid about it, I'm just being honest as well. You know what I mean?
That's the same. Yeah.
Shit like but basically everybody's been really great to us. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the kind of band that people seem to. Other bands have somewhat of a respect for us and stuff like that.
You ever go to Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide.
Damn, that's fucking wild.
Australia's wild, dude. Everybody's into sports over there.
Yeah?
You know, they're fucking doing something in the ocean or something in the desert or something.
Soccer.
Or something.
Rugby. Is rugby big out there? Like football,
fucking
NFL
huge,
out
dude.
here?
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Like their
That's
rugby
like
stars are fucking like the Deion Sanders out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I always thought like in Australia, like, do those fools trip out on fucking Kobe Bryant and shit like that? Or
Probably.
they're like, I don't even know who the fuck Kobe Bryant is.
They probably do. Yeah.
Who's that, mate? I don't know who that guy is. You know, they're fucking just out there. They don't give a fuck. They're like, we have our own sports, motherfuckers. We're on the other side of the world. Yeah. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Whoever.
Well, AC/DC, they're Scottish, but they're from Australia, and Bon Scott was from there, and I love AC/DC. I'm actually like, I don't know, I'm getting more into 70s now.
Yeah?
70s rock, dude.
Like more of that shit, like
More
Led
bluesy,
Zeppelin type shit.
Well, Black Sabbath, AC/DC.
Yeah.
I'm like listening to them more.
What about Aerosmith? 70s?
Oh yeah, well, Rocks is one
Rocks.
Rocks.
Isn't Rocks their first album or one of their first ones?
No. Rocks was like the third or fourth album.
But Rocks was supposedly a fucking badass album.
Oh,
no?
It is.
That's when they came back for the first time, no?
Well, in the 70s, that's from 76, 77 album came out. But I mean, I love Rocks. That's like one of my favorite albums, rock albums. You know.
What's the like from you being fucking having your own band and shit? Do you guys still bump other people, and you guys were super fans of other people, or were you more focused on your own band? Because there's some people like, I don't have fucking time to listen to other people.
Yeah, there's people like that.
Or were you like, we fucking still rock out to, like, even if you were on tour with with a gang of people on the lineup, where you guys would be like, we're gonna fucking see these fools play now.
Oh yeah, Whitesnake, when we toured with Whitesnake and Quiet Ride, John Sykes, the guitar player, David Coverdale, would actually come into our dressing room and go, have a bloody good gig, yeah. I mean,
you're
awesome.
Like, the way he says, that was some shit.
Like, what? With his voice, I'd say it like the way he said it, but I mean, it sounded like, whoa.
Yeah, that's fucking like cool, though, huh?
You know what I mean? Like, he's a cool guy.
From this motherfucker,
Cozy Powell, John Sykes was in the band.
Who do you listen to? Like, do you still listen to stuff from back in the day, or what do you listen to now?
I listen to a lot of things. I listen to a lot of blues now for some reason.
Yeah?
Yeah. Stevie Ray Vaughan, bluesy. Like I said, I'm getting more into the 70s,
More mellowy, chillery.
rock, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I'm still heavy metal, you know what I mean, stuff. But I also like Elton John, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stuff that you can dance to.
Yeah.
You know
Just
what I mean?
Good music.
Good Mexican
like
music.
you just like good music. Like you
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to them, not just fucking. I just fucking pure rock.
You know how some people go, just death metal. Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's all they listen to, and that's all they. There's nothing wrong with that because I'm just a guy that loves music.
You're like, I like everything.
I like everything, You
I'm
show me a
tune
I love
if
Mexican
it's fucking
music
like,
too.
yeah. You like Spanish music and shit.
Yeah.
And from you guys, like, because it was you and your brother that started Armor Saint, no?
Well,
you guys were kind of the.
Actually, it was my brother David Pritchard.
Okay.
Rest in peace. Became friends first, and then he got introduced me to David Pritchard, and then we started jamming, and then we got a bass player, and that's how it started.
Yeah.
You know?
And
And
your
then
brother's
John
on
Bush
drums.
came in later, and then Joey Vera.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so you guys were jamming out back then, all crazy,
At my house. Yeah.
all sick. And is there other musicians in your family, or were you guys the first ones, or
No.
like maybe like your uncles played and maybe different, mariachi band or just whatever, or any type of music, like, or were you guys the first ones in your family to do music?
Probably the first ones to do music, but
Yeah.
my parents were great dancers.
Yeah.
Like in Mexico City, where I was born. I was born in
Yeah.
Mexico City.
Okay.
There was a dance competition on TV, and I saw my parents dancing on the TV when I was like 4 or 5.
Oh shit!
And I went, holy crap, that's my mom and dad. You know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
fucking tight. Huh?
And my mom to this day is still a great dancer.
yeah,
I was-
she's still when there's fucking music. let's
she's
go.
in her 80s and she could dances way better. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to follow her and she goes, no, I see Mira, and then I'm like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's tight.
Yeah.
And how was that? Like, did they trip out when you guys were fucking rockeros, fucking West Colorado back then? They're like, what? Because I'm sure
Yeah.
Mexican family and shit like that, they were like, these motherfuckers are straight.
They
Like,
thought
the ones. I'm sure there was people, like homies at you guys' houses. And did you guys have that? Where you guys would rock out your house and fucking party at your house? Or how did that go?
No, we didn't start. We had parties at David Pritchard's house.
Did you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, we had those crazy parties happened at his house.
And
'cause
like
he
backyards?
was
Did you
able-
guys do backyards?
Yeah,
or they
yeah.
didn't do that shit back
Yeah,
then?
we did. We
Yeah?
did do that. We did do backyards and stuff like that. We started in high
And that
school.
shit was madness?
That was fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was fun.
People
back
getting
then.
fucking arrested or any shit like that?
I
were
wish I
fucking-
would have saw Van Halen when they were doing their parties back there. But
Yeah?
we came much later.
Oh,
Back
why?
in
They
80
would party right there?
Well, back in the 70s,
Yeah.
the Van Halens did the same thing. They
What
started.
what was there other fools like you guys started Armor Saint, that shit was a signed band, and I'm sure everyone was like, oh shit, was there other bands around you guys, like from here, LA or whatever, that you guys seen, like you guys were able to see them start?
Well, Metallica was playing the clubs when we were playing the clubs, and whoever knew that Metallica would be the greatest fucking heavy
Metallica,
metal.
they're fucking.
Yeah, here's the thing
Metallica-
too. Also, when we started playing, they asked our singer John Bush to be in Metallica.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like maybe like the first or second gig almost.
like that was
very
before
very.
James Hetfield, or he was already there.
He was already there.
Fuck on.
Yeah.
What? I'm like,
Yeah,
hey.
yeah.
Imagine how that fool felt. He's like, hey, why you guys fucking hitting this fool up, dog? What the fuck going on? I'm right here. What about me, fuckers?
Well,
Fuck on.
Yeah, that did happen. He later joined Anthrax, and
The,
I did a load out for Anthrax.
for
the other day.
Anthrax, yeah? You're like, hey, what's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
We seen,
Didn't care.
who was it, Slash? We did a fucking loadout, and it was Guns N' Roses, and Slash went to go pick up like 2 cases of guitars,
Wow.
and we seen him, but he just normal.
What kind of car was he driving?
He was getting driven.
Oh yeah.
He
of
had like
course
a
did.
Suburban, and he fucking hopped
Right.
out,
Yeah, cool.
and he just went in and fucking
Yeah, we did some Guns N' Roses gear over there at Mates.
There's some fucking crazy shit like the gigs, huh? You
Yeah,
trip out
the
on
gigs there.
the fucking the things. Sometimes because we and fucking Phil, we do all the loadouts, we do rigging, staging, all that shit.
Icarus rigging.
Yeah, working for fucking different companies that do setups and all that shit for different bands, production.
So we get to see what all the things all about.
Yeah, and that's where I met Phil at one of the spots.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that I met Phil was because one of the guys like, what's up with this guy? This guy has an Armored Saint. He's all, that's hardcore shit. I'm going to go hit him up. And he's an older man, Pete.
Yeah, Pete.
He's
Pete,
like, I'm
Ice
going to go
Pick.
see if this fool knows what's up with
Fucking
this
Pete
band.
Ice
I'm
Pick.
like, well, I'm sure he does dig. He's wearing that fucking sweater. And then remember, he's all, hey, what's up? You fuck with Armored Saint? And then Phil's all, yeah. He's all, I fucking play guitar for them. And he was like, oh, what? You're Phil? Remember? He's like, you're Phil? Like, we were like laughing, dog. And it was like, that's a trip, you know? He's like, dog, if he's one of the guys that said too, he's like, if you're a fucking hardcore fucking rocker, you fucking know about Armored Saint. He's like, that they're the ones, dog. He's like, they're hardcore. I'm like, hell yeah. And I've heard that from other people. Even the guys that I asked, like, hey, you heard Armored Saint? I'm gonna fucking do a podcast with Phil, the guitarist. That's my cousin's friends, my cousin Roquero Gonzo.
Yeah.
His homies. I'm like, hey, do you guys know? And he's like, dog, fuck yeah. He's like, again, if you fucking fuck with rock and roll, with fucking heavy metal, fucking, you fuck with Armored Saint, you know? If you're rockero, you fucking, you know about Armored Saint. And those dudes are 80s fucking long hair, fucking loud music and partying and shit. I always remember that shit.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, that's just tight.
Here's to Ice Pick Pete from Anaheim.
Oh yeah, fucking Pete.
We used to call him Ice Pick. He looks like he should be in the mafia.
Yeah, this man that we fucking work with, he's a cool ass dude. He's the one that hit up Pete, hit up Phil.
Yeah.
But he's cool. He looks like an old little, like a mobster guy. Like he would be in a movie fucking.
From
hey,
Gambino
guy over
family.
here, what are you talking about over here?
Come here, wanna go for a ride?
Yeah, some shit like that. Like he'd be fucking one of the creep monsters.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the car with him.
And we're like, hey, watch out. But here, right now, we're going to cut into a little break.
Yeah.
We're going to cut into a little break.
Cheers, everyone.
Break into a little commercial and let you guys know who we fuck with and who keeps the machine flowing.
Meet Suavecito, the world's finest pomade with an unrivaled all-day hold. Suavecito looks, feels, and smells so good, your comb will be begging for more.
Oh, yeah, give it to me, papi. There it is. Oh.
Suavecito, get it, hombre.
And we're back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, checking us out, watching our show, liking and subscribing. You know, today we got Armored Phil Sandoval from Armored Saint. He's gonna let you guys know where you guys could check him out, where you guys could look up Armored Saint. Go to their website. That's gonna be in the link below to get some merch.
In the links.
You know, get the fucking tour going. But he's gonna let you guys know what's up with the tour dates.
We've got some tour dates coming up with WASP 40th anniversary. First date is in Las Vegas, and it's going to end in Los Angeles, December 11th at the Wiltern. But we will play the Grove in Anaheim, so check that out. It's going to be a great show. WASP is amazing. Armored Saint is going to be amazing, and we're playing with Michael Schenker in Texas. Everything's big in Texas. And we're going to do 6 shows with Michael Schenker. So check that out. I also have a solo EP coming out. Who knows when it's going to be coming out, but I'm working on some solo stuff. I think you've heard one of the songs.
Yeah, we heard the song. We got a sneak motherfucking peek from the song, me and David. Sick song. You guys better be ready for that shit. It's a new fucking... It's bad. It's everything in one motherfucking song. So it was good. It was really good.
So thank you so much, Tommy, for holding it down. You know,
hell yeah,
with Armored Saint.
Yeah,
and you're fucking with the right people.
Hell yeah. No, thank you. Thanks again, you for coming down here, taking some time out, and fucking with us, telling some stories. And this is the first of plenty.
Yeah,
you know,
there'll be more.
We'll be here again,
Yeah.
and we'll fucking jam out,
Yeah.
and we'll fucking have more stories to tell and everything else. But yeah, once again, thank you for coming out here with us.
Thank you so much.
And doing this show and letting people know what's up with Armored Saint.
Right on. See you guys.
Yeah.
Keep rocking.
With that being said, thank you guys for being here, checking us out. Episode 5. Hopefully you guys had a good time, have something rolled up. But let's go.
Peace.
Peace.